Hey guys, my name is Simpzy and welcome back to some more FIFA 15 Career Mode. We're playing as Bolton Wanderers. This is the Road to Glory Career Mode. So guys, let's get straight and right into it. In today's episode, we have the January transfer deadline day. We also have one match in today's episode. It is against Manchester City. So I'm going to let you ponder what that's in. But in the last episode, guys, we managed to sell two of our players, Bogdan, I think that's how you say his name, our goalkeeper, and we sold Josh Vela to Paris Saint-Germain. They spent $6 million on him, roughly, so that's crazy. And we managed to sign Andrew Ayew on a pre-contract. Now, speaking of pre-contracts, I was trying to negotiate with some players because this is how you make your money in career mode when you're a lower league side. You try to sign pre-contracts. And because there's such fantastic players joining a side that could quite possibly not go into the Premier League next season, you have to pay them in crazy amounts of money. James Milner here says his wages at Manchester City are $120,000. I had to offer him $250,000 before he could even accept that, and I had to pay $220,000 for Andre Ayew. So we still have a little bit of money left. That's all we've got. So I decided to go in and ask James Milner, Dani Alves, Steven Gerrard, would they accept a pay cut. We're also negotiating with Fulham to try get Patrick Roberts to join the club. Obviously, because we're both in the Championship, it's going to be a little bit of a rivalry, but we will have to pay a little bit extra. But hopefully, we could actually sign Patrick Roberts in this window. Rene Koch as well. A lot of these players signed their contracts, signed the pre-contracts, but I had to make a decision who to sign, and I made the decision to sign Andrew Ayew. 79 overall, 26 years of age. He's going to be a spectacular player for the future. But guys, while we're going through and negotiating with contract transfers, pre-contract offers, Dani Alves, imagine if we could get him, holy shit. But I just want to take this moment to thank each and every one of you if you've liked, favorited, commented or subscribed to this Road to Glory Career Mode. I really do appreciate it, and I wouldn't be anywhere as a YouTuber without you guys' support and just your ongoing support. And let's keep it up. We've got a good thing going here. I'm still enjoying making videos, and I hope you guys still are enjoy watching. I got tongue-tied there, getting a little bit emotional. But nevertheless, looking in the bottom right-hand side, obviously Sergio Aguero in the last episode went to Real Madrid. And with that cash injection from Manchester City, they managed to sign Paris Saint-Germain's Paris Saint-Germain managed to sign Edison Cavani. Now, Patrick Roberts is in bad form, so we'll be able to get him for a little bit. Now, I was umming and ahhing what type of squad role I want to give him. I did go with squad rotation because I don't know if he's going to get into the first team this season, but we'll soon see. Dynamo Moscow managed to sell a player to Olympic Lyon for $13 million. Not going to try to pronounce his name, but we do manage to sign Patrick Roberts for $3.4 million. Once I get it up here, what am I doing? I had to adjust the budget, but I need to put it into new transfer budget, not into wages, because I was obviously trying to sign those players on a pre-contract, and then those bastards didn't want to get first team football in the Premier League. Well, that's if we get promoted, who knows. But yeah, Patrick Roberts has joined the club. 65 overall. He's still really quite young, but he's got some fantastic potential. He's only 5'6", so he's kind of short, but he's quite young. We did manage to sign, obviously, an Australian Ruka. I'm not going to try to pronounce his name. I'll find the pronunciation of it somewhere. I'm not even going to try just to bash it. And we also signed Curtis from Swansea, the right back. An interesting transfer in the Serie A. Fiorentina let Rossi, the American-born Italian, who plays for the Italian national team, went to Roma, which I find is really quite interesting. For $31 million, that's a really interesting transfer. They're not necessarily rivals, Rome and Fiorentina. I would imagine. Well, I know Lazio and Rome are, but still, that's a very interesting transfer. Not many big transfers like that go within teams, the top tier teams. But we do have a home match against Burnley. We managed to draw against them, and I was just like, I'm just over the FA Cup. I don't care. I'm going to simulate this match. If we beat Burnley, we don't. And if we do, we do. We do manage to pick up a red card with Mills, and it was Lafondre managed to score there. So I was just like, I don't care about the FA Cup. I want to focus on the league. It's kind of stretching me a little bit, to be perfectly honest. So I was just like, right, I'm just going to simulate these matches. We do have a fair few home matches, so we have a match against Southampton. I think I've proven myself, but I just want to focus on the league now. And like I said, I want to gain promotion. I don't really honestly give a shit about cup runs. So we managed to simulate against Bolton. I was thinking, oh shit, we're actually doing quite well. We actually got a offer to join Watford as a manager, and I'm straight out declined. They're currently sitting in third, so there's the ladder, if you're curious. Now, because of those simulation matches, we managed to go all the way to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. I was like, holy shit, we're going to have to play this one against Manchester City away. It's going to be a huge match. So that's where the match against Manchester City comes in. So I did have to bring in a defender because another one of my players picked up too many yellow cards. So we do have a match against Manchester City away. We're going to Etihad Stadium. Obviously, Bolton is near Manchester. It's in Greater Manchester, I do believe, not obviously in the city centre. But we are versing Manchester City, a huge rivalry, or a Manchester rivalry. So hopefully we can come away with the 3 points, and this is going to put our team to the test. This is going to be the stress test at Etihad Stadium. So hopefully, who knows? But looking at the team, they haven't put their best team forward, obviously. It's still quite solid, I'm not going to lie. Fernandinho, Yaya Toure, but they've got Navas, Milner, Bone, and Roots, I think his name was. What was his name? I didn't quite catch it. But on the ball, he managed to get a shot off, and we score an upset goal here. This was incredibly lucky for James Wilson back in Manchester to make it 1-0 against Manchester City just before the 6th minute. Now, this was crazy. So from the throw-in, Ennis passes it to Davis, the captain. He gets his shot off. The goalkeeper spills it. James Wilson commits and manages to hook it into the back of the net to make it 1-0 up against Manchester City. I was thinking, oh my god, we might actually win this. But Odegaard on the ball whips it into Ennis, and Dimichelis manages to find Kolarov, not Company. Company's playing this game. But Wilfred Boney on the ball, breaks away, finds Yaya Toure, and Yaya Toure buries this one to bring Manchester City right back in it to 1-1 just before the 20th minute. So we're actually really lucky to score against Manchester City, but it looks like they've got the brakes on now. Well, they've taken the brakes off and they're going full forward. Who knows? Who knows? But 21 yards out, Enes Uno steps up. Can he score a spectacular free kick like he did? He hasn't scored one in quite a considerable amount of time. He's lining up. Enes sprays it pretty wide. But Kolarov on the ball manages to find Jesus Navas. Back to Kolarov. Back to Navas. And we're luckily, really quite lucky to save that one. Yaya Toure has picked up a yellow card, but he's on the ball, manages to find Fernandinho, hits it back into Bone, and it's still Bone 1-1 against Manchester City. Company on the ball finds Milner, and Milner absolutely buries this one on the ball on the volley to make it 2-1. Maybe we should have signed him in the pre-contract, but look at this, like a little bit of an alley-oop, lines it up and absolutely thumps it. Kolarov on the ball gets his shot off at Wilfred Boney. Fortunately for me, it was offside. But to be perfectly honest, that wasn't a bad performance. We played pretty well against Manchester City, obviously scoring the first goal. It was a loss. You've got to take a loss. But to be perfectly honest, we stood our ground. We played well against them. It could have been a totally different story. We could have thrashed 3-1 or 4-1 or 6-1. But 2-1, I think that was a really good performance, and it's nothing to be disgraced about. And we need to keep our confidence high, and we're officially out of the FA Cup. We can focus on the league. But guys, I'm going to end it here. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to leave a like to support this series and my channel. Subscribe if you haven't. And remember to go out and have a fantastic rest of your day after you watch this video. Goodbye guys. Thank you very much.